Tennessee still under a level 2 state of emergency as thousands wake up without power this morning. Later today, Governor Bill Haslam will take a trip out to East Tennessee to tour the damage. Cuthbert Langley joined us from near the state capitol this morning. And Cuthbert, even though things appear to be back to normal for a lot of us here in Nashville, that's not the case everywhere.
Amy, you're exactly right. It is a completely different picture out on the Cumberland Plateau, the eastern counties in Tennessee, where the ice storm really is still affecting them. Governor Haslam will be flying out here of Nashville a little bit later on this afternoon to tour the areas hardest hit by last week's ice. Sky 5 also got a tour of that area. You can see there, if it wasn't for the white on the ground, the ice on the trees, it would look like a tornado hit that area. Thousands of people are still without power. In fact, as many as 50,000 people were without power when the storm blew through Friday night. The issue is crews are trying to rewire all of the power lines, but they have to deal with the fallen trees. The ice is so heavy on those trees that they're still falling even this morning. So crews are having to battle the elements and even work with the National Guard to deal with all of that. And everyone, officials are urging folks in that area to be patient.
We're making headway, but it's just going to take a little while to get it all back on.
I want people to be patient.
That's all, and just bear with us, but we will get them all back on.
As Amy said, Tennessee is still under a level 2 state of emergency. TEMA says that 27 people have died as a result of this ice storm. 9 of those deaths are a result of hypothermia. Now, coming up in 30 minutes, Nashville seems back to normal. You can see there's no ice, snow, or anything behind me. So why are kids still out of school this morning? We'll explain coming up. For now, we're live here near the state capitol. I'm Cuthbert Langley, News Channel 5 HD.
Thank you, Cuthbert. New this morning, freezing temperatures are causing more problems under the road this morning. We spotted this water main break on Cane Ridge Drive. Luckily, it was flowing right into a drain. That's pretty perfect.
That's good.
You can plan it. We just checked with Metro Water, and we're told it's an 8-inch main, and crews are still working to repair it right now. No traffic is affected. Also happening now, recovery effort at Edgar Evans State Park Marina. Several boats are underwater after part of the dock collapsed because of the heavy weight of the ice and snow. These photos show the tin roof collapse. Again, all that weight forced it down. Ultimately, a good portion of the dock then sank, taking some of the boats with it. It all happened during the past 48 hours. Today, crews are expected to be back out assessing the damage, repairing the docks, and trying to recover the lost boats.
A search is on for a missing teenager in Clarksville this morning. 17-year-old Miles Center was last seen on Thursday. If you know where Miles may be, contact the Clarksville Police Department. Well, a homicide investigation is underway this morning after the body of an elderly woman was found naked and covered in blood. Someone called 911 after spotting the body on the side of Mullins Mill Road in Shelbyville around 6 yesterday morning. Investigators say the woman did not have identification. Likely she's in her 70s. Medical examiners are now trying to determine exactly how she died. As soon as they can do that, we'll pass along the information.
One of the men connected to the Holly Bobo kidnapping and murder has been found dead. We're told Shane Austin committed suicide out of state. Austin was offered immunity in exchange for his testimony in the case, but prosecutors later revoked the agreement, saying he wasn't truthful with them. Austin was never charged in the case. Holly disappeared back in 2011. Her remains were found late last year, several miles from her home in Decatur County. Zach Adams and Jason Autry are charged with her kidnapping and murder. No trial date has been set. A sentencing hearing for the 2 former Vanderbilt football players convicted of rape has been delayed. It was set for early March, but because of scheduling conflicts, it's been pushed back to the end of April. Last month, a jury found both Brandon Vandenberg and Corey Beatty guilty of raping a female student in a campus dorm room back in July 2013. Both face at least 20 years behind bars. Brandon Banks and Jaboria McKenzie are also facing charges, but haven't been tried yet.
An update now on some breaking news we had earlier this morning on News Channel 5. That elderly man that went missing about 20 hours ago has been found. He is okay. Hendersonville police have not just said yet how the 77-year-old named Johnny Poff was found. He went missing around 9:30 yesterday morning, but Laurie Watson, the communications officer from Hendersonville PD, just sent us a message saying he was found up in Loudoun County, Kentucky, and he is okay. So that's good news there. New developments also on the man who got shot after attacking a Metro police officer. He's out of the hospital. Now he's behind bars. Billy Ray Cooper's who we're talking about. He started fighting with Officer Roy McElway after he was pulled over on Lebanon Pike late Sunday night for a headlight that was out. He then tried to grab Officer McElway's chemical spray and use it against him, and he was somewhat successful. Officer McElway shot back, hitting Cooper in the stomach in self-defense. Cooper was taken to the hospital with minor injuries. Like we said, now he's booked in the Metro jail facing aggravated robbery, gun and drug charges. As for the Metro officer, he was treated for minor injuries. He's on administrative assignment, which is desk duty, and that's pretty standard procedure for an officer-involved shooting.
New this morning, an accused bank robber from North Carolina is behind bars here in Nashville. Timothy Samples accused of robbing a bank north of Charlotte last Friday. He was arrested here in Nashville early yesterday morning. He's now being held on a $100,000 bond awaiting extradition back to North Carolina.